Hello, Aquarians. How are you? I love Aquarius. It rules astrology. Of course, I love it. But I also love the qualities of Aquarius. Um, I have your forecast for January 2020. I'm going to give it to you, but first I want to share two things that you might be interested in. Number one, are you an astrology student, an advanced student? In other words, can you read a birth chart? Are you able to pick up a birth chart and read it? If so, you might want to take my astrology forecasting webinars. We're going to start a whole new series of forecasting. It will begin on January 7th. If you're interested, go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com. All the information is there. And if you have not yet gotten your personal forecast for the first 6 months of the year, you might want to get it before I take it down in about a week. It's called Foresight is 2020. This is a 6-month forecast for the first of the year, the first half of the year. 2020 is going to be crazy. The first half reflects that. The second half will be crazier. So if you have not yet taken advantage of the special, which is at an affordable price, it's on my website. Okay, let's talk about your amazing forecast, okay? Let's start with Mars, the red planet. Wherever Mars is, that's what we throw ourselves into. That's what comes first to us. That's what we fight with and fight for. With Mars in your 10th house of career, move upward. Throw yourself into your career, move into the top slot. Whatever your career happens to be, it's your turn to be in a position of leadership that is higher than it has been before. Now, on the 3rd, Mars is going to move into the house, the 11th house, which is your natural house, Aquarius. And you're going to throw yourself into your group activities, your friends, and putting your own hopes and wishes into action. So wherever Mars is what we'll fight with and fight for. So you might go toe-to-toe with somebody in the 10th house, maybe a boss. In the 11th, a friend, because you are absolutely determined to move forward in that area. I love it. Look over here. The yellow planet is the sun, the center of our life. It has been in the 12th house, and it's going to stay there till the 20th, in the 12th house of the subconscious, the 12th house of behind-the-scenes activities, the 12th house of preparing for your next step. And Mercury, the blue planet, that's what we think about and talk about. And whatever we think about and talk about, we create because we put our attention on it. Now, this is the subconscious. So you may not be consciously aware of what I'm saying, but you will see it bear fruit when Mercury moves into your first house on the 15th. And this has you talking up a storm, thinking about yourself and saying, I'm doing what I want, when I want, how I want, because I want. That's exactly what you should be doing. And then on the 20th, the sun, the giver of life, the center of our life, joins Mercury. And you're saying, I march to my own drummer. And you sure do. So, again, you're doing what you want, when you want, how you want, because you want. It is your turn. Venus, the pink planet, it's love, it's beauty, it's happiness. It's been sitting in your first house, and it's going to stay in that first house until the 13th. You're going to feel pretty or handsome. You're going to feel loving, and you're able to love you when Venus is in your first house. Well, if you love you, the world loves you. And you bring love to the world. On the 13th, Venus moves into your second house. This is the house it normally rules. Venus is, in this case, dealing with money, creating more money, perhaps more love. It is loving abundance. So my suggestion is get ready to create more money because you can. Because you're doing what you want, when you want, how you want, because you want. Now, on the 10th, we have not just a full moon, but a full moon that happens to be an eclipse. Whenever we have an eclipse, we feel it about 5 days ahead of time, 5, 6, 7, and it is with us until the next pair of eclipses come along, which will be in June. On the full moon, things come to a head. The full moon, lunar eclipse, is in your 6th house of work and health and service to others. And so this is, it brings health issues to a head that can result in healing. It brings job issues to a head. And if you're ready to start a new job, a new project, there you go. We have a new moon 2 weeks later. It's not an eclipse, it's a new moon. The new moon is a time of new beginnings. About 2 days before the new moon, we're in the dark of the moon, and energy is low. On the new moon, energy starts moving forward again. And this new moon falls in your 1st house, reiterating the fact that you're doing what you want, when you want, how you want, because you want. Yay, you. Do it. I love it. Short and sweet and fabulous. So I hope you're enjoying your January when it kicks in. And I hope you'll join me next month when once again we take a look at your solar forecast. Until then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours.